Like it is 9 a.m.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call the April 21st meeting of the Parks and Community Services Committee to order. And it's very nice to have everyone here in person. Bob Lundy will not be joining us today, and we need to keep both him and Sandy in our prayers. So first we have approval of the minutes from the Thursday, March 17th meeting.
One correction for staff.
Okay,
As you'll see noted at the top of the minutes, Les Sinclair was absent the last meeting. However, somehow I had him voting to approve the minutes. So I'm going to recommend that we take his name out of there and change the vote total to 5 to 0.
and is that the only place that is,
Yes.
okay, great. Any other revisions?
Correction, but I'm trying to, I thought I marked it, but it's wait, oh, shoot. It's just a from and a for. It's not a big deal. Kurt was saying that he was buying, anyway, he was buying trees, trash cans and benches. And it said for instead of from, so I'll find it.
Oh, it's right,
It's the the last line of the fourth paragraph on page 2.
right.
Thank
I see it now too.
Got it. Perfect.
Okay, that's it. We spoke too soon about the weather. It's getting it out of its system. Okay, so any other revisions? Okay, would anyone like to make a motion for that?
Motion to approve the minutes for change. Changes.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And next we have public comment. Do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll move into our agenda items. The first item on the agenda is the Gaylord Nelson Award presentation. And as most of you know, this is an award that we give out annually to a citizen that resides in Cannon Beach that makes a contribution to the betterment of life in Cannon Beach. And we open it up to nominations, and then everyone that is a previous award winner is eligible to vote. And we had 2 nominations and a nomination from someone that unfortunately doesn't live in Cannon Beach. So then they weren't eligible for it. So we haven't, Stacy has been the last recipient. We haven't had an annual winner for a couple of years, so she got to hold on to the coveted hat for a little longer than she had thought. And of course, none of us would wish a pandemic on anyone anymore. And so we're here today to present our Gaylord Nelson Award winner for 2022. Normally we do this in a city potluck and it's secret, and we're kind of adapting to new rules. So I do believe that the award winner is aware of the awards so that we could get her here. And so without further ado, we will start our official awards ceremony. So this is our hat that we bestow on the winner of the Gaylord Nelson Award. And this year's award winner is Lolly Champion. Yes. Come on up.
Oh, no. Where's my, when I need her?
No. Okay, so first off, we'll give you the plaque.
Oh, my goodness.
Congratulations. This one.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
And then if you'll turn to the adoring crowds.
I'm glad there's nobody there to see.
Stacy's going to read the nomination letter, and then we'll do the crowning. So Stacy.
So Lolly Champion is a whirlwind of energy dedicated to quality of life and betterment of our planet, and more specifically Cannon Beach. She picks up litter wherever she goes, the beach, the downtown area, and our precious watershed. Lolly, a hero for a clean beach environment, created the butt boxes that were attached to the trash bins around town and at the entrances to the beach. She collected the butts, weighed them, and sent them back to RJ Reynolds as a clear statement of discipline. Lolly is a protector of trees and keeping Cannon Beach's village character. She made us aware of how many trees have been lost this year to private and right-of-way tree cutting. She has educated us on the importance of respecting and enhancing the value of having trees on our lots when building our beach homes. Driven to feed and provide clothing to people in need has been a high priority year-round for Lolly. Her open dialogue has helped keep the community informed about many issues in town. Lolly is a citizen who is 100% dedicated to the natural beauty and healthy environment of Cannon Beach. I am pleased to present Lolly Champion with the 2022 Gaylord Nelson Award.
I'm glad my kids can't see me.
And Dolly's first official appearance will be to lead the Earth Day Parade on Saturday.
I'll have my mask on.
And your hat. Yes, make sure you wear your hat. And congratulations.
I just want to thank everyone here because I would not be involved in all these activities, was not following in so many footsteps. So thank you for, I feel like I am not deserving of this really and truly because everyone does so much in this community. It's really a community to be used as an example in other places, I think. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Lolly.
I don't know if it's appropriate to make comments, but I just want you to know that knowing you makes me feel like I'm a better person. You drag us all along with you and you're a blessing.
You
Thank
have
you.
the perfect last name, too.
That's the only reason I married him. I wanted that name. Les, thank you.
Fits you well.
You and Lynn are amazing. So, I guess I would say, and it sounds kind of arrogant, takes one to know one.
Okay, nice. So congratulations again and wear it well. Okay, so next we have the monthly State of the Parks report. Comments on that?
Yeah, good morning. This is what's been going on the last month. Public Works has cleared the debris out of the Tolovano ramp. Access to the beach, it was closed for the winter. We cleared it off. It was pretty bad. And then we had to clear it again the other day, but it's open and up and working. And I don't know if you know, but state parks also finally replaced their wooden set of stairs at Tolovano Wayside. Instead of just repairing it, it's all brand new. So it's access there is pretty good right now. The tennis courts and the basketball court have been pressure washed in preparation for pickleball striping. That's going to happen when the weather allows it to happen. Subsequent to that will be pickleball nets will be put out. We finished clearing all the blowdowns from the ECFR footpath. It was like a 2-day job, probably 15 or 18 trees blew down this winter. I've done a little bit of shingle replacement at the bandstand. We've, in conjunction with our janitorial service, we've deployed extra seasonal trash receptacles. We've doubled up in some locations because of the uptick in trash. It's easier for them. The more trash receptacles they have to empty, the easier it is for them. If that makes any sense, because they don't have to go every hour and a half. They can go fewer times. So there will be a total, there's 4 out now. There will be a total of 6 extra trash receptacles just for the summer. Maybe 8 if we get 2 new ones, but that's all we have. And we don't have that many extra ones anyway. We've done some landscape maintenance around the old school. We just pruned the cedar tree yesterday in anticipation of new roofing on the gym. The ball field in the main park has been open for the season. The tarps are up, the bases are out. It's good to go. Just yesterday, we received 2 new soccer nets to replace the old ones. Those old ones are probably 8 or 10. They look like crap. And so we get broke down about 2 new ones, and those will get installed when the goals go out, which could be any time. It's kind of weather dependent. It's a little sloppy out there right now on the main park. It's been a wet April. I've ordered some new playground parts. We lost a swing in the main park playground. I'm going to replace all 4 swings. They are actually a nice rubber quality swing. And I was just thinking about they're 14 years old without any trouble. So that's pretty good. And also a new access wedge, ADA access wedge to get into the playground. The old one has got a couple of cracks in it. I've installed 2 new memorial plaques at the bandstand. That program is successful. We've planted this month 7 replacement trees in right away to compensate for some cutting. And as you know, this afternoon, we're going to plant 5 more down in Kenai with the Cannon Beach Academy, if I understand correctly. So
Yes, you'll be there.
I will be there.
Sure.
Just kidding. At 2 o'clock, we can talk about it later. Okay. So anyway, we planted 7 new replacement trees. I have a list of a few more plus those 5. And I think that some members of this committee are going to not put in replacement trees, but plant a few trees this Sunday up at by Echo. The original, the old, I call it the old Purple Martin house was installed yesterday. The Purple Martins are showing up from what I understand. This year, we have a second Purple Martin house that volunteers, specifically Jan, has painted, and that's in the works to be erected ASAP. We got to dig a hole, pour concrete, put the post in and put it up. And I'm working with my colleagues to try and get that done. But at least one house is up. So those first birds are going to have a home. And as always, we continue with landscape maintenance. Mowing season began. It's kind of come to a bit of a standstill right now because of this weather, but we're doing our usual landscape maintenance. And that's about it.
Okay, good job. Anybody have any questions? Eddie?
I was wondering, you were saying something about extra trash cans. Are you putting them just in town itself or? Okay.
Yeah, mostly we're doubling up locations. The next one at the bakery, I have another one at the main park. So there's every entrance and exit to the park has a trash receptacle. We did one last year because of the increased use of the bandstand. So that was one. And
Right.
got one in the parking lot out here. They want one it hasn't been put out yet, but there's going to be one at the viewing platform, or second one. They want a 4th one at the end of 2nd Street.
Yeah, I'd love to have one at the end of Washington, right as it hits Ocean, because there's a lot of trash being left right as.
So at Washington.
But down
Washington Beach access. Let me think about this for a second. There's going to be a second one. They want a second one at First, and there's one at Madison. The one at Washington is not on my list, and I don't make the decision about the location. So
What about Monroe?
Monroe.
That wouldn't be,
Oh, the beach access, that's kind of center.
that'd be,
there's one at Madison already, so Monroe is right next door. So there's a desire to have, from what I understand, a trash can at every beach access. And of course, I oppose that. I think trash cans beget trash. And I think most people, I don't notice a lot of trash left, but I'm not there every day. And I think it's a bigger decision than I can make, but you think about how much our janitorial service costs. Jump in anytime you want, man. But we started off with about
I think
38
Madison,
trash
we
cans.
have one at Madison. Let's try that out and let's see how,
I don't have one to put there till July, maybe.
yeah.
Again, it's a conversation between management and the Affordable Carpet Care, who has our contract. And I'll just do as I'm told, but we started off with about 35 of these new wooden trash cans. We have over 60 of them now. How many, at what point is there a cap on them? I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot messier beach towns than this one.
Yeah.
I think the problem in your area is that the way those accesses work, if you have trash, you really can't see that there's one
Yeah.
block away
Yeah.
unless you knew it was there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that. but-
Yeah, I don't either. Well, it was just a question.
Yeah.
If you want, Betty, give me a call. Let's meet up. Let's walk down there and take a look at some things.
Okay,
Maybe we can pick another location.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. All right.
It's interesting that you'd have 4 at Second Street and 2 at First, and none till Madison, and no more until Gower, and then at Gower, there's 3 and they want 4. So it's kind of,
Down Ocean Avenue. And
so it's interesting, you know. So where they are, they get hit hard, so these guys want another one.
Yeah.
If there was one a block away, would those be hit less? I don't know. I think,
Yeah. I just think it's unfortunate that a lot of people walk up that and then instead of taking it in their car and home with them, they'll just leave it. And, you know,
yeah,
it's not our fault, the city's fault, but it's kind of a reality. People aren't willing to walk a block to keep the beauty that we have here. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up.
I can't help but think that
Yeah.
most people take it with them, carry in, carry out type of thing,
They-
you know.
Yeah.
Because if nobody did, it would be 5 yards a day, so.
Right. You're right. Yeah. And the other question I have is the Martin House.
Mhm.
Where are those?
On the Dyke Road in this, right between sewer ponds 3 and 4, right off the viewing platform, which is East Second Street,
Okay.
is the sewer lagoons. It's inside the fence at the sewer lagoons,
Okay.
close to Second Street.
Okay.
So the public can't access the base of them, but the viewing is really good there. So
Awesome.
it just enhances the whole bird watching aspect of the sewer lagoons, which is actually in the bird watching world, the Cannon Beach sewer lagoons are kind of well known. It's an attractive place. And of course, Purple Martins weren't around here. And we had a citizen in town who thought that we could attract them. They like open space, they like water, they like these apartment houses. So he donated one. Of course, the first year no birds showed up. And lo and behold, the next year there was 4 or 5, you know, of those apartments. There's 14 apartments in the apartment building. 4 or 5 of them are well occupied. The third year, there were about 9 or 10 or something like that. And last year, all 14 of them were full, and all the adults had 2 sets of babies.
Oh,
You could see there was 2 heads sticking out of something along. And so I counted, the most I counted at one time outside of the house was like 28 birds. And that's just in 4 years. And Schwabe, who donated them, he kind of promised me it would work. I had my doubts. Anyway, it was no occupancy last year, so he donated a second house. So we'll see what happens.
that's awesome.
They're pretty cool. I mean, they eat their weight in mosquitoes every day, so they can.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
And there's a colony at the Owaco Boat Basin, and Susan Peterson has a house up on Neowana someplace, and
And then Brownsmead.
in Brownsmead, there's some. This is their habitat, but there aren't a lot of them around here. But now we have our own colony, so
Great. Okay, thank you.
you'll see it. It's the big white house out in the sewer ponds, but we take it down all winter. So it has you see a aluminum pole there for the last 8 months, 7 months, but now you'll see the white house when the next time you go to recycle.
All right, thank you.
Can I ask just one more real quick question? And it's
Sure.
with the pickleball.
Mhm.
So I know we had the city had painted stripes, and I think I remember that we were just letting users provide their own nets.
Correct.
So has that changed?
Yeah.
Well, right now, there's,
Right now.
nothing's changed.
No, but when it gets redone, so is the city now own
Yeah, we-
pickleball nets?
We're gonna have, what, 4 portable nets?
We own them right now. They're here.
We just haven't deployed them.
We haven't put them out yet until they restripe. The striping, which I thought was wonderful because you couldn't really see them unless you're playing pickleball, but apparently some pickleball players thought they were just too innocuous, not bright enough. So
It's gonna go a couple shades darker with the blue, and then the portable pickleball nets will be deployed.
and so they'll be out there and we'll see how they hold up and how they
So they'll be just left on court?
correct.
You can
Because
roll them, they're on rollers, so you can roll them
Yeah.
against the fence.
It's a full length and they're on rollers, so they'll push them aside.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, any other questions? Again, thanks
thanks.
for everything that you do. Next, we have the right-of-way tree removals. Any questions, comments?
I'll speak on it.
Okay.
This right away tree removal, this has been passed on. I met with our city arborist, Jeff Gearhart, yesterday. And he is going to be taking the report, and he did a site visit yesterday. And he's going to be writing up his own separate report, verifying what Arbor Care is requesting is correct
Okay, great.
for both private property and right away.
Okay, good, thanks. And that leads us into our next item, the Heritage Tree Program. And I think we have some good news. on
I got some good news. Jeff Gearhart is going to be here next Parks Committee next month. I think it's May 19th.
Okay.
He's going to be here. One thing I'll ask is, that can we have him first on the agenda?
We have to make sure it's okay with Kirk.
It's okay with me.
Okay,
Yeah, he'll be here in person, talk about the program. Please come with questions, concerns.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be the time to talk to him about this. I'd like to also take this time to have you guys ask questions to Jeff, since he is our city arborist. I'm not sure if everyone's met him, but ask questions about how he evaluates trees, how he comes to conclusions. Come with some questions, okay? Be prepared to talk.
great, okay,
All right?
look forward to that. Okay, then the Cola Creek Forest Reserve update. The item that we need to discuss on that agenda item is what date would be a good, it's a Monday, would be a good Monday to go on.
May 23rd is off the table now, so just May 2nd, May 9th, and May 16th.
Okay. And he's thinking it'll be 2 to 3 hours,
Correct.
and it'd be Barry Sims that would be taking us on the tour.
And I'll be there, of course, because I got to get permits through Greenwood to gain access.
Okay,
So
so I think we'll just kind of go around, say if there's a preference that somebody has. So Stacy?
Either one is fine, but I would prefer the 9th.
Okay. Betty?
I'm unfortunately going to be out of town.
All of those dates?
Yeah.
March 2nd, 9th, and 16th, okay. Anita?
May 9th works for me.
Okay. Les?
All three work for me, but 9th is fine.
Okay, so we'll go with May 9th.
what time?
Let's, did Barry specify a time? It doesn't look,
It doesn't look like it. I'm looking at his email.
yeah, him too.
Give me a time and I'll get a hold of Barry. If it does, that time doesn't work, I'll let you guys know, but he sounded pretty available. all the time.
10 a.m.? Okay, so 10 a.m. and,
Time we get done.
pardon?
We'll be hungry.
Yeah, we will, yeah,
How many of us are there going to be?
Sounds like maybe 4.
right,
3, 4 plus Barry and the city.
yeah.
Maybe Bob, who knows?
Bob Lundy would be fine.
Yeah, that's true. We should.
We'll say 5 members
Out
and
of sight,
then city staff and Barry.
Yeah.
Okay,
So 10 a.m. Monday, May 9th.
meet here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have vehicles ready for everyone to get into and
Great, okay,
we'll have fun.
Thank you.
yeah, and thanks Kelsey for the communication on that. Okay, then next item is community grants, and they were due on the 19th. How many did we get?
I believe, and I didn't double check my count, but I believe it was 16.
Okay, good.
One less than last.
Yeah.
Put the timeline in your packets again, just to make sure you
Okay.
guys are keeping track of all those dates. So we'll be sending you a digital download of all of those applications on Friday this week. So tomorrow.
Okay. So I have a question on the timeline. I was kind of looking at days of the week in terms of the meeting days and stuff. And June 8th, when we're supposed to have an extra work session, is a Wednesday. Was that intentional to do it on a Wednesday, or should it have been a
I
Thursday?
believe that was intentional
Okay,
as far as how the dates fell and when the deadlines were to get.
okay, gotcha. Okay,
But if anyone's got a conflict, the sooner we can switch that, the better.
no, I was just kind of looking at the calendars and stuff. So, I mean, I think it'll work in those meetings at 9 for the work sessions.
Yeah, it looks like we didn't define a time on the schedule. Do you guys want to set a time?
9 works best for the people that are working after. So, and everyone except Anita has gone through the process at least once. So Anita, if you have questions, email me and I'll give you a call.
Okay,
Go over the process, because the first time it's a little daunting.
all right.
I'm afraid the second time will be too.
Yeah. And then I would assume that the presentations will be able to be a combination of Zoom by choice and in person.
Yeah, so I believe it was the state actually requires that public meetings stay on Zoom.
Oh, okay,
So some people did seem to really like that option last year because they
Yeah.
didn't have to
travel.
travel, they didn't have to
Mhm.
drive. One of the presenters was even in Portland that day and was able to, remotely give his presentation when he wouldn't have ordinarily been in town.
Okay,
So for those who want to come in person, that's definitely going to be an option. But I think the Zoom will still exist for folks that works better for them.
okay. So are there any other questions on the grants? And if anybody else has questions as you're going along, make sure that you let me know. Because I've been through it several years. Okay, so next big item on the agenda is the 12 Days of Earth Day. We're on day 4. And I thought, well, what we would do today is just go through each of the events, make sure that we are aware of what's going on and that we have adequate coverage.
One quick question. So there's an email from the food pantry in the
Oh,
pack.
that's right. I knew there were, I kept thinking
If it required anything, if it was just information.
it was information. Yeah. So does anybody have any, I can kind of forgotten about that. Okay. So today at 2:00, we're doing tree planting with the students at Cannon Beach Academy. They have, if everyone's there today, they have 47 students. And
Yeesh.
Wow.
yeah, and then the staff members, and they're all prepared to plant those trees. The first thing that we're going to do is at 1:30 at the school is they have a tree that was donated to them by Seaside School District when we lost a student in a tragic accident. And so we're going to plant that tree first at the school in honor of Kobe. And then we're going to go down to the actual tree planting. So who's planning on helping us with that? There we go. I'd like to see that. Good, yeah.
I can go.
Okay, good. Okay. So you know where the academy is at? Yeah. Okay.
I'd probably be there at 2, maybe, because I'll
Okay.
be working.
Okay.
until then,
That's
but-
good. Okay.
Would you like me anyway to be there at 1:30?
Sure.
At school and.
Yeah. And then we can help kind of guide the kids down there. Okay, and then we'll talk right after the meeting, just some logistics.
Yep.
And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we have the shredding event out here in the Midtown parking lot. And who's going to be able to help with that? Kitty?
For a little
I'm
bit.
bringing 2 extra
Oh,
people.
good, okay.
What time's the truck gonna get here?
Between 9 and 10, depends on traffic. They're gonna, they have my cell number, so they'll call me when they get into town. But it's usually, I mean, they usually get here between 9 and 10 and get set up, and we'll set them up just where we always do.
Do you need anything from me?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty self.
And I'm bringing 2 strong people.
Good, okay.
Could we put a temporary sign out kind of right on Hemlock that just says shred event, and in case somebody didn't see it?
Yeah, I have some 12 days sandwich boards that will,
If that's okay, I don't know if that requires permission.
as long as it's temporary.
Well, it's temporary.
Yeah. I'll get a shred sign ready to go.
That would be great.
Okay. And then Saturday, we have our parade and our street fair. I think almost everyone's aware that Bob Lundy probably will not be able to attend. His wife is very ill. And he's real concerned, you know, he kept saying, I'll be there. And I said, your family's your priority. And we've had other years where something's happened, and the parade the show still goes on. So we'll work around that. And so Kirk, you're ready to cone off the usual parking spot,
Well, my plan is to cone off the Antler parking lot
right?
at early,
Mhm.
8 or 9 or something.
Yeah,
And at the same time, I'll cone off Second Street. And if people need to get out of there, they can move the cone and get out, I guess. I mean, I'm thinking early,
right. Yeah,
8 or 9, so there's no parking there. And apparently all the business owners know that. And I'd like to drop off the tables and chairs early too.
okay.
Usually it's worked whether anybody's there or not. Is 9 o'clock too early?
No, that's perfect.
I'll be there.
That early? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And there's people set up their own stuff.
Right,
I can unload and
yeah,
get out of the way.
So I want to talk about, the weather's supposed to be decent on
Yeah.
Saturday.
yeah.
For sure. Are we gonna need that many canopies? Because the canopies are the heavy, awkward
I'm
Things-
not sure how many were ordered because
right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
6 tents, 8, 6 tents, 9 tables, 8 chairs.
So those are, they're awkward, the farmer's market. Yeah, so
well, I don't,
raining, I
we
say
certainly
this, but
want it if it's going to be good. I mean, we were just getting one just in case of rain, but
how about we put 2 or 3 in the back of your truck? I'll help you put them in there and we'll just have it in the back of your truck.
What's happened before is I've taken some back at the bank and stacked them up, next to the tables and chairs. And if they don't get used, they don't get used, which is easy. If they get used and they get rained on and
We'll come with 3 in the bags and just
Yeah,
deploy them, but just have them out there.
I can lay some out there and don't use them if you don't want to.
yeah, I think that's the way to go.
But I have a specific list and I don't think it's about anybody. This is my concern. Anybody guessing. Oh, it's an email I got from Kelsey sent me a specific email. Each group specified tables, chairs, tents. And so do I bring 6 tents because 6 groups ask for them themselves?
do you want that, Jan? Do you
I don't
want,
know if it's even, and hopefully they won't use them, but I can drop off 6, Trevor. I mean, I don't know.
I say we start with 3 and
okay,
But I don't want
Awkward
6
and-
groups to start fighting each other over who gets the 3 canopies. But
No.
We can go get the other 3 then if others need them. They fit in the back of my car. I mean, I can,
Yeah, they fit.
You need to punch the key code to get into the back of the city hall.
we could ask the police.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll give us anything.
So Betty and Anita, since you're in charge of the fair, how many tents?
Well,
Being that the weather's going to be good.
Jan wants 6. Well, I mean,
I think since 6 people asked for them, we at least need to have them available.
Okay,
we might not use them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay, we're not going to set them up unless we absolutely
Right.
have to.
Right, They're available if needed and
We'll bring 6.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
And
Okay, and
my information all comes from each group notified Kelsey, so it's very specific about
yeah,
6, 9, and 8.
okay,
I have bought 40 chairs before. I liked bringing 8, so that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
okay. So we'll trade you 8 chairs for 6 tents.
Right, but I'm gonna stick to this unless I hear otherwise.
Okay, no, let's go with what you have.
And I'll be there at 1 o'clock to pick stuff up, 1:15,
No, 1 o'clock,
1 o'clock.
So
because there are other things going on that we need to
Yeah,
get to.
on the chair issue, so each booth has 2 chairs?
each booth has whatever they want. Some people are bringing their own. Again, Kelsey sent me a specific email. So each group that's gonna be there specifically notified Kelsey what they want, and the total is 8 chairs. A lot of groups are bringing their own chairs.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep, it was cool. It was different, but so, and some people are bringing their own tables, but some people want 2 or 3 tables. So it's just a total of 9.
Okay, so you're going with that list.
I'm dropping it off and everyone's, and then it's a
Okay.
free-for-all.
Okay,
I can pick it up, but I'm not, yeah.
if we could get a copy of what people are requesting too, so we maybe can help coordinate.
Kelsey can do that probably in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
a bunch of stuff here prepped for you guys for the parade and the street fair.
okay,
Yeah, because it would be good for you to have a copy of who requested what, so when they change their mind, when they get there, you can set it straight.
yeah, okay. Okay,
Jan, I think has her hand.
I just had a question about the chairs. I apologize. I didn't hear for some reason about chairs. And I asked for 3 tables and 3 tents. Could we have also 6 chairs?
uh-oh.
Sorry, I
don't have a copy of your email, Kelsey. Is that accurate what she?
I think her assessment is accurate, that she asked for 3 different groups, a table and a tent for each one of
Yeah,
those.
and I didn't,
And then,
I think before we never had to ask about chairs, we just got them. So don't mind, please, just.
Chairs goes from 8 to 14.
sorry, still better than.
Nice going, Jan.
So take off 4 chairs because I can bring chairs.
I can bring 14 easy.
No.
I'm probably not going to use.
I'll bring 4, I'll bring.
Stick to the list.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with the one exception, and it's closed.
There's a nice stack of indoor, outdoor chairs at Tolamata Hall. We own them, so that's where I go and get this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'll be there at 9 to help,
I'll be
and
there.
and Anita.
I'll have
Us.
people.
Casey? Yeah. Okay, and then in terms of the parade, I will take over for Bob and if anybody else would like to help me and we'll,
Is the parade going to end at the street fair?
yeah, it's gonna start at 3rd and Beaver, and it's gonna go down Hemlock, turn at the US Bank parking lot, and then come down and end at the street fair.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. And there will be, you guys will stay at street fair.
Yeah.
During the parade, because there will be people that have booths at the street fair that want to participate in the parade.
Right, so we can man their booths.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then besides the street fair and the parade, there's beach cleanups and stuff, and those go till 2. So if we can get the street fair down, it would be good if as many of us as possible can make appearances at the Sea Turtles Forever and the Friends of Haystack Rock
And there's
beach
puff and
cleanup
Watch too.
and Puff and Watch. Yeah, lots going on that
I
day.
was thinking we could all tell our booth people to tell
Right,
people what's going on, so they
Right.
can
Yeah.
encourage them
yeah.
to go.
Okay, so that takes care of Saturday, and then Sunday, at the Ecola Forest Reserve, we're gonna have a Blackberry cleanup, and that starts at 10.
No, sorry, noon to
Okay.
3.
My notes say 12 to 3,
12 to 3, okay,
but I can adapt.
That's right.
that's fine, 12 to 3. And how many of us are planning to be at that? All of us? Good. Okay.
So,
Tired, but we'll be.
And then give me my marching orders one more time. At noon, I'll drop off some shovels, loppers, trees,
Mhm.
and then I'll pick them up at 3.
Great. Yeah.
so one question,
Bring your own loppers and clippers if you have them, and gloves. I'll have some backups, but I don't have a whole lot anymore.
Yeah. I'll bring the bucket that we used to use for the
You
cleaning.
still have a stash for the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I might drop it off a little before 12. It's not going anywhere. And I was gonna bring 6 cedar trees. Is that correct?
Mhm.
You want us to stage it at the cache site itself?
Great. Yeah.
You show up early and they're not there, just stage it at the cache site.
I can put it right there on the site. It's 100 feet, it's 10 feet past, and just put it off the road. No one's gonna.
Okay. Okay.
I'm giving you all my lousy tools. If anybody steals them, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll bring the good.
Good. So, Betty and I had previously done some research on Blackberry eradication and all that. And since this is intended to be a pilot, I think we had some thoughts that we wanted to share as to what techniques we might
Okay.
consider trying.
So do we want to do that at the event?
Can do that. I actually, as an engineer, I overwork pretty much everything. So I've got.
That's why I was suggesting we do it at the event.
And Kelsey can throw it on the screen if you want to look at it, but basically we want to try to pull the seedlings if possible. If we do need to dig down, we want to try to get down and get what they call the crown.
Yep.
It's fairly easy to.
Mhm.
And there's one area that we may or may not be able to get to because I went out and kind of walked it. The further away from the road, it had been excavated out, and it's about, 6 or 8 feet down to that. And with all the rain, it's so muddy. I don't know if it would be safe really to get down to that, but there is a pretty good sized blackberry bramble there that we probably won't be able to dig up. We may have to just clip it.
Okay.
And then Betty and I have been talking about some additional treatments, because all of the literature that we read was about, for blackberries, you need to cut them and then you need to come back and do something else to try to keep them from coming back. And we've got some ideas that we've kind of wanted to just share, and we could talk about it on Sunday on the site just fine.
Well,
I wanted to document what we wanted to do so that it would kind of be a pilot that we could say, well, this is what we did. And later in the summer, we'll be able to tell if it worked. Right.
And it's all by manual means.
Yeah, for this one, because most of that track has got a pretty good start at revegetating. So the key is going to be not tearing up the existing grass and green plants, because shading out the blackberries is really the only way to keep them from coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, for this tract, it's 100% hand.
Okay. How does
Just
it?
Reminder, there is a bunch of volunteer spruce trees growing in there, so it's nice to not kill too many of them.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some spruce that have come in and quite a few alder.
Yep.
So we'll protect everything that we can rather than tear it all up.
Of course.
So how do people feel about it? Presenting it now or presenting it on site?
I've basically told you, but
Okay.
I think
well, we can just
just,
print it and hand it to people at the site.
yeah, again, I overworked.
I think it's good to have that because I'm the opposite. I kind of do it as it goes. So I'm so happy to have Les helping me.
So we'll have the two of you, we're going to lead the project and
I have one,
and try to encourage other people to come and help.
yeah, I have some other volunteers too, but is it possible for us to get wood chip mulch at kind of what we were, not maybe that day, but at some point, because we were going to put down some cardboard and cover it in areas that we wanted to check out that technique.
And I have to operate the water plant, the sewer plant and the recycle center on
So
Sunday.
you're saying,
I'm not saying Sunday,
so you're saying you want some wood chips?
at some point, yeah.
Okay, next time I have some wood chips.
Yeah.
I'll have some delivered and I'll get with you and say that to.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, you mean, so
Have
have,
one dumped somewhere around that general site.
Yeah,
Maybe once you're done with your tree planting, let's get together and you can show me where you want them dumped.
okay.
And then I'll have, next time we have some wood chips, I'll have them dumped. The good wood chips.
yeah, this is,
Those are the good ones.
that would be great. We have a stash up at Shorewind, but I have to load up and huck it down. But this is where some people who work for us sometimes drop their.
Yeah.
And they can eyeballs like good all the chips.
I'll get some good wood chips.
That would be a great idea.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
You can dump them right there and you can play with them all you
Play
want.
with them. You can try different things, whatever you want.
The literature suggests that once you've made your initial cut or dig or whatever, you've got about 2 months
It won't
to
take
do
that long.
something else. And so
I'd
we
say a
just-
couple weeks.
there's nothing scheduled, but I think we plan to go out and
Okay.
dress it up the
Yeah.
way that.
So keep us posted so that we can come and help.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, and then,
I've said this before, can I just throw in one little bit about my experience with blackberries? That's, you cut them down and then you just keep cutting them.
Right.
Regular basis and they'll die.
Yeah.
And when I say keep cutting them, in my case, I use usually like a weed eater.
Yeah,
When they get this tall, you blow them up.
right.
Do it once every month for 5 years and they're gone forever.
Yeah.
okay, so that's Sunday. And then Thursday next Thursday at 10 a.m. at the North Tree City USA sign, we're going to have a photo op and put the
2 stickers on.
the 2 stickers.
Set those in my office, right?
And did you get a new flag?
You want
Okay. Well, I've got one new one, but I thought if you bring the flag too.
bring the.
Yeah, and I have a flag for today because the Arbor City USA wants us to document by photos what we're doing. And then after we do the north end sign, we'll travel to the south end of town and do the same thing.
Okay, so north first, north side first.
North side first at 10 a.m. So your public works meeting's got to be over in time.
Yep.
And then on the city's Facebook page, I've been posting something every day. I haven't done today's yet, but just a little something about what's going on. I've talked about the lectures that are available and, just some things that should inspire people for 12 days celebration. I've had a couple of community people ask me why we don't have, something scheduled every day. And I says, this is a rebirth of celebration. And by next year, we'll be planning something for every single day like we normally do. So,
And I put it up on the screen so that you guys could see it. Les did a nice flyer.
very nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys some extras for the street fair as well. And then the 12 days Cannon Beach, and the 12 is a numerical one too. 12dayscannonbeach.com is the URL that redirects to the city's website where you can see Les's flyer, you can see the parade route, you can see the listing of all the different things that are happening with a little bit more detail about each. So for anybody in the community who wants to remember all of this information that's been shared, that's a good place to go. 12dayscannonbeach.com.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing that.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Keeping
Yeah.
that up.
yeah, that's been great. Okay, anything else on 12 days? Okay, so the last item on the agenda is kind of an unfortunate thing. We need to say farewell to Kelsey. We're excited for your new position, but we can't thank you enough for everything that you have done for our committee. It's been a pleasure to work for you, and we're going to have a little ceremony.
Could I have one more question? before we do?
Sure.
Because Kelsey and I have been talking a lot on the phone because it's my first year doing this and it's her first year. It's Les's first year and, Nita's new. And so we have been trying to hash out things that we come against. So we were thinking maybe we could present our notes and make a little more detailed
great.
manual.
Yeah, most
And she's
definitely.
gonna be doing that too, so.
Yeah, I
On her
encourage you guys to, at your next meeting, bring all of your notes from this year's 12-day celebration so that you can kind of hash through any issues you may have encountered, any things that were weird, and take those notes into next year and make it better and better year after year.
Yeah,
Good idea.
be great.
Great idea.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I prepared a little speech here. For Kelsey.
Of course you have.
Ready? Those city hall days of taking minutes and preparing agendas are gone. But in our minds, we know they will still live on and on. But how do you thank someone who has taken you from grant applications to Tree City USA data? It isn't easy, but we'll try. Some of you might be recognizing, I did a little plagiarizing. If you wanted the sky, we would write across the sky in letters that would soar 1,000 feet high to Kelsey with love. The time has come for ECFR field trip arrangements and long meetings must end. And as you leave, we know that we are losing a great city employee. A city employee who's taught us about packet deadlines and 12 days of Earth Day organization. That's a lot to learn, but what can we give you in return? If you wanted the moon, we would try to make a star, but we would rather you let us give our thanks to Kelsey with love. And so we have a present.
It's not a hat with a fish in it.
And we have treats.
You guys are so thoughtful.
So I think we probably officially should adjourn the meeting.
Do you have anything we're gonna do?
Just a second now, Kelsey.
I don't want us to miss anything.
Yeah. And so your last day is tomorrow?
Correct.
Will you be coming down on Saturday for the parade and the street fair?
I have prior engagements on Saturday. I'm actually volunteering up in Astoria.
Okay, yeah, there's lots going on that day. Okay, so does anybody have anything for good of the order? Nope. Okay, so we'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Look forward to seeing everyone for the 12 days celebrations.
Great.
Yes.